All right, so going into session 3, we'll be talking about leveling. So this will be following everything that goes at the introduction and then the PACE lab. So the third lab that we'll be covering is leveling. And there will be 2 main components to this lab. Will be the main introduction, then what goes on within the lab itself. So this will pretty much be the component that goes into the field books for each student. We'll be looking at these main components. We'll be looking at a back sight, height of the instrument, foresight, and an elevation. These are your 4 main components that will be shown on your field books. And I'll get out of the way to make sure that everybody understands that. The back sight is what we're looking at, and that is when we are looking at a point that we already know that is behind us. The height of the instrument is just simply put as the height of the instrument. The foresight is looking forward towards us. We're going to be looking forward from there instead of backward to the point that we already know. And the elevation is the point at that new elevation that we're looking at. So to draw that out, we will be referencing something that looks like this. We'll go over here. So we'll have an instrument that is set up right here based on a certain ground elevation. We'll have a point that's here, and we'll have something that's referenced to as a Philadelphia rod, also known as a Philly rod. I want to make sure that everything's there. And so this is a known elevation, and we'll call that 100. Hopefully we are in there. So when I refer to the back sight, this is the value that I am referring to here. This is known as the back sight, right there. When I am referring to the foresight, I am referring to a point here and an unknown elevation is unknown here, which is red on another Philadelphia rod across that way. And I will right there. So to determine the height of the instrument, we take a known value from the Philadelphia rod right here, and we'll call that, let's say, just a random value, x. The height of the instrument that we will use is your elevation plus whatever the back sight is yields your height of the instrument, which in terms will be, in this case, 100 plus x. When I am referring to the foresight and we are determining the elevation at the new point, so we'll call this A, we'll refer to this one as B. So your elevation at A plus your back sight will give you the height of the instrument wherever it is. Your elevation is determined by that height of the instrument minus the foresight that is determined here. And we'll refer to that as y. So here we'll give you your elevation. And then as we progress through these, we can move the location of this auto level and then go into the process again to determine more points. I think that is a pretty straightforward part of it. How do you feel? How was that explanation?